You can totally justify your anger, but you can't justify holding on to it. And I'll tell you why. Let me ask you a question. How long have you been carrying around this anger? Has it been for days, weeks, months, or even years, and now it just feels like it's part of who you are? Because the truth is, your anger isn't random. It's come from somewhere. You know, maybe you were betrayed. Maybe there was a life situation that didn't go your way. Maybe you keep failing at a certain thing. Whatever the cause, it's left a mark. It's left a wound. And that wound needs to be acknowledged. But anger can be a bit tricky because not only does it keep the pain alive, it also keeps you stuck. It's like carrying around a backpack full of rocks. The longer you carry it, the heavier it's going to get, and the harder it's going to be for you to move forward. In this video, I'm going to show you why letting go of your anger isn't about weakness or forgetting. It's just about taking back your freedom. And by the end, you're going to know the first step to putting down that weight that you've been carrying. I want you to think about this. Do you think in some way that you feel your anger is the only way to hold somebody accountable? Maybe it's directed at a person who betrayed you. Maybe it was a situation that let you down. Or could even be that life is unfair. But the hard truth is, your anger isn't punishing anyone or anything, it's only punishing you. Every time you play that situation in the mind, every time you feel your chest tighten and your jaw start to clench, you're reliving that pain. It's like you holding onto a hot coal, hoping that it's going to burn someone else. The longer you hold on, the more damage it does to you. And a question most people avoid asking, I'm going to ask it to you. Has there ever been a time where your anger has fixed or changed what's happened? Or has it just kept you trapped, stuck, reliving the past? Even my own experience of anger, I never used to sleep well. I'd wake up tired and of course more on edge, and that would just feed back into my anger. But when I was in it, I felt that the things I was angry about was justified. And if I let it go, I let them win. But the fact of the matter was, it didn't affect them at all. I was the only one who was losing sleep, being stressed out and burnt out. I had myself to blame for keeping me stuck with that hurt. But I know letting go is hard, isn't it? It's because anger can feel protective. It kind of feels like a shield against more pain. But the thing is, that same shield, it also blocks out peace. It blocks out connection. It blocks out healing. Do you want to know the real reason why you're not letting go? It's because it's painful. Because it means that you have to confront what's underneath your anger. You need to look and feel that hurt, that betrayal, the disappointment, the sadness, and that's scary. But the alternative is carry on holding on to the anger, which will end up hurting even more. You may not even remember when your anger started, but the pain is still there, it's still alive for you. It shows up as tension in your body. It shows up as snapping at those that you care about. It shows up as draining your energy all the time. So you can understand how important it is to let it go. And also, sometimes you're not holding on to the anger because it feels good. You're holding on to the anger because you just don't know how to put it down. But this is where forgiveness comes in. So I'm going to show you how you can let go of your anger without losing yourself in the process. I'm going to break it down into 3 steps. Step 1, acknowledge your anger. It's simple, but so often skipped. Instead of suppressing it or judging yourself for feeling it, why don't you just say to yourself, I'm angry, and that's okay. Anger is a signal. It's there to tell you something that you need to look at. You know, maybe there's a boundary that keeps getting crossed. Maybe you have a value that keeps getting violated. Number 2 is about shifting your perspective. I want you to ask yourself these 2 questions. What is holding on to this anger giving me? And what is this anger costing me? You know, visualize the weight of the anger that you're carrying around every day. What does it stop you from doing? What impact is it having on your relationships? How is it affecting your productivity? You reaching your goals, moving forward? Number 3, practice forgiveness for yourself. Forgiveness doesn't mean that what happened is okay and you're going to forget it. Not at all. It just means that you're going to choose your peace over your pain. It's just saying to yourself, I deserve better than to let this control me anymore. Forgiveness is a gift for yourself, not for the person or the situation that hurt you. If you're just starting your journey to really work through your anger, start small. Maybe you just want to write a letter that you're never going to send to anyone. Maybe it's just about journaling just to get your thoughts out of your head and onto a piece of paper so you can get a bit more clarity. Or maybe it's just saying, I'm open to letting go of this, even if I'm not quite ready yet. Remember, letting go is going to be a process. It's not just going to happen straight away overnight. And I can't emphasize enough that letting go of anger isn't a weakness. In fact, it's a strength, because it's not easy. It's a hard thing to do. But in order to do it, you need to know that you are worth more than your pain. I know firsthand how hard it is to put anger down, but I also know firsthand what it's like to feel the peace that comes on the other side of it. So my invitation for you today is to take a small step. So what small step can you take today towards letting go? Drop it in the comments below, because I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if this video resonated with you, then you'll have to check out my 14-day realistic anger management program designed to help you take these steps, guide you through, broken down with tools and practices that you can use to help you navigate this emotional response. The link's in the description. And remember, you cannot change the past. You can't. But you can change how you let it impact your future.